Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Silver's downtrend not likely to end anytime soon, but we know the prices are going to go back up, so the only thing coming out of this is you could buy silver for cheaper. You don't need validation to know that the price will go back up. The only reason this would be bad for you is if you're going to be selling next week or next month, but I'm pretty sure none of us are going to be selling for several years. So why in the world would you want the price to be up right now so you could pay a higher price for your silver? It doesn't make sense. So take advantage of this opportunity. Don't freak out. Don't panic sell. Don't worry. The markets go up and down. And right now, it just looks like we can get a better bang for our buck. So, and this article came from investing.com. It's not some silver, catastrophic doomsday trying to catastrophize the silver markets. It's the reality. But we also have some other stuff. Silver market approaching important buy levels, right? You can look at it from two different sides of the coin, pun intended. Look at it glass half full or glass half empty. On this channel, I'm always going to show the reality that, yeah, prices are down and they might keep going down, but then that just means keep buying, right? And it's funny because some of these articles will say, oh, hold off on silver right now. It's looking very bearish. Prices are low, but that doesn't make sense. So you're telling me when the prices are up and it's all hype, you're telling me to buy then? Why would you tell me to buy it while it's high? It doesn't make sense. It's supposed to be buy low, sell high. But anyways, let's look at this chart. So right here, there was a lot of growth right here. Hype was building, and right about here, FOMC announced all this stuff. Federal Chairman Jerome Powell with the interest rates and all that. People sold off, and it just doesn't seem like the information that's coming out about the dollar strength is going to be helping silver anytime soon, but we know that's very short-lived. The dollar's strength is weakening day by day. It's already lost 98% of its purchasing power, 44% in the last 20 years. Silver is going to be needed at astonishing rates. U.S. Mint just announced there is a silver shortage. They're having a hard time finding the silver to produce their American Eagles, which is why there's a limited supply of the Type 2 coming out. And it's just like, come on, guys. If you really think that this is the end all, be all, or if silver was the wrong investment for you, then you're looking at this from a very short minded perspective, and you're not thinking about the bigger picture. What about next year? You think this type of information is going to stay like this forever? No. Usually doesn't even for a month. So anyways, I got something else I want to share as well. So my mom got diagnosed with breast cancer a couple months ago. She had her first surgery, got her breasts removed. A lot of reconstructive surgeries coming up. She does have to have chemo because the cancer did spread. It's very scary for our family right now. So we started a GoFundMe 2 days ago. There's a $10,000 goal. We already are at $8,350. Some of that money did come from silver stackers. I posted it on a video or two, and it's just a beautiful thing. I've been reading all the comments to her that you guys have been leaving, how the silver stackers always have her back. Even just the loves and the prayers, and even sharing this, it means the world to her. She's blown away that people on my channel that don't even know her would actually, support that. And it's a beautiful thing. So I do want to post a link to this GoFundMe page as well. So silver's downtrend not likely to end. So let's see how they go about this. Are they gonna be one of the people that's like, we should hold off, or are they just gonna say how it really is? It's down right now, but that doesn't mean anything too much in the grand scheme of things. So silver's price has been trading in the $25.75 range to $26.40 range over the last 5 trading sessions. However, precious metals did find some support while U.S. dollar was experiencing weakness and bond yields were lower, right? Dollar index has a direct correlation to silver prices. So the gain in silver and gold was limited after hawkish Fed comments. And that's what I was talking about. Federal Chairman Jerome Powell said the stuff about interest rates not being at 0%. So on the economic data front, the June Dallas Fed manufacturer, actually, let me stop right there. So someone else actually, the FOMC made a first statement and kind of boosted the dollar's confidence, because remember, silver stackers, they keep a keen and watchful eye on the Fed's comments. The first statement wasn't made from Jerome Powell, which I like him because he's a realist. The first statement was saying how the dollar's going to be back up and all this. And then Federal Chairman Jerome Powell came out and was like, hold up. It's better, but it's not all that my coworker just said it was going to be. You guys still got to be careful. That was a funny article. But anyways, on the economic data front, the June Dallas Fed Manufacturing Activity Index fell negative 3.8 to weaker 31.1. Well, anyways, I don't like reading this stuff. I only like to tell you guys stuff you need to know. I'm sure a lot of you don't even know what this means because, it just doesn't matter right now. ECB Governing Council member Holzman said there is no room to raise interest rates given weak inflation. And it says must use unconventional flexibility to keep borrowing costs low until government spending helps push up inflation. So here's the hawkish Fed comments keep pressing metals prices under pressure. Boston Fed President Rosengren said the Fed might consider an interest rate hike as early as 2022 as the labor market reaches full employment and inflation is at the Fed's target. So, silver prices are likely to continue with the negative trend while below these key resistance levels of the 20-day EMA at $26.67 and the 50-day at $26.90. Meanwhile, it may find some support near $25.49, $25.21. So, regardless, that's $1 or $2 difference or whatever, but it's really nothing crazy. I couldn't ever imagine seeing mid $25 silver ever again, or mid or low $25 silver. That's just, and if it did happen, people would be buying so much so quick, it would push the price back up pretty quick. I couldn't imagine thinking about $25 silver and it staying there. It's not realistic, which is crazy because last year, $21 silver, well, actually around a little longer than last year, when I've been posting videos for 6 years on this channel, right? 6 years, daily videos. For the last 4.5 of those years, silver's average price was $15. I remember a couple of years into me making videos on here, silver broke above $21 and all of us freaked out. July 2016, high of $21 silver. We freaked out. It was like, holy crap, silver's at above 21. Nowadays, it's mid 25 and we're freaking out. 26, actually it's above 26 and we're freaking out, right? It's all perspective. Depending upon when you got into the markets and how you're desensitized to higher prices. But silver was the number one performing asset in 2020. A lot of people don't know that. If you didn't watch my channel, you probably didn't hear it anywhere else because people are sweeping it under the rug. So, silver market approaching important buy levels. Silver, the SLV, has fizzled in recent weeks as it's given back the bulk of its move higher. However, fundamentals remain supportive as the metal should rally with low rates and budding inflationary pressures. See, the first article said the opposite of this, right? It's crazy. It's been a rough finish to quarter two for the precious metal complex. Neither gold or silver have been a sanctuary from the relentless selling pressure. This has pushed gold's year-to-date return back into negative territory, with silver not far behind, near $26, while the negative reaction to lower real rates and a still very dovish Federal Reserve is discouraging. It's important not to lose sight of the big picture. Thank you, and be mindful of how a key ratio is acting. Thus far, both price and this key indicator remain on bullish readings, and the violent correction is now pushing sentiment closer to a bullish reading as well, right? It's the lower it goes, the more lava that's building up in that volcano. Gold's volcano already erupted, broke past $2,000, the highest price gold's ever been in 5,000 years. Since the beginning of man, we will be reading about in history books the first time gold broke through $2,000. Silver, that volcano, it didn't erupt yet. It's still bubbling. It's like Yellowstone, right? It hasn't erupted yet. And the longer it takes, and the more situations like this, it's only going to be more explosive when it does erupt. And I promise it will. One of the most important ratios to watch is the silver to gold ratio for the precious metals complex. And as shown above, this indicator continues to show higher highs for silver versus the price of gold. For those calling it top in the precious metals complex, this seems unlikely given that we are seeing the exact opposite from this ratio as we were back in 2011 when silver was $50. If we look above, we can see that gold made a new high in third quarter of 2011, but at the same time, the silver to gold ratio had plunged, making a lower low and a lower high. This ratio is making higher highs and is nowhere near making lower lows in the current case. So, as long as the gold to silver ratio remains below 85 and in an uptrend, I don't see any reason to get overly concerned, right? Moving to sentiment, or we don't even need to talk about that, really. I like to tell you stuff you need to know. I'm not one of those ramblers. I'm not going to go over some percentage numbers back. It just doesn't matter too much. I like highlighting the important things of the article. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I got a couple other things I got to work on. So stay tuned. The link to these 2 articles will be in the description. I hope you guys aren't freaking out. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it's only an opportunity to buy your silver for cheaper. It's the only thing coming out of this. Anything else is just noise. Anything about the dollar index and interest rates is just noise because that stuff doesn't last forever. And if you're not planning on selling for 5, 10, 15, 20 years like me, then this stuff is going to come and go like the wind, and you'll be next month you'll forgot this even happened because there's going to be something else happening. And the longer time goes on, those things happening are only going to get more extreme, but extreme to the negative end, since the dollar is declining and there's no way to stop that. It's literally irreversible. Every fiat-based system is designed to fail, literally. It cannot work off of a system like this. It literally can't. Trying to replace debt with more debt. It's like trying to pay off a credit card with another credit card. It doesn't work. That's why I say there's no solution to the problem, only an alternative, and that alternative is precious metals, but more importantly, silver. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Remember, if you guys did want to donate my mom's cancer fight fund, it would mean a lot. Even if you posted $1, just the fact that you're willing to go out of your way to do that is a beautiful thing. Like I said, I read all the comments. She's checking it all the time. Look, I needed help too. One time the stackers had my back. That type of stuff, like, come on, guys. Like, that puts a smile on my heart, not just my face. You guys are so incredible. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.